mentioned earlier, we're in our 120 days to a happy new you. And this week we're on week 7. We're on week 7 already. So we've discussed breathing, water, sleeping, meditation, eating fruits and vegetables, and relaxing, all of that. We've discussed all that, and this week we're discussing movement. And Mayen is going to talk about yoga. And before she begins, let me do our disclaimer. This is a community call to educate the community about holistic healing. All the information and comments are the opinions and experiences of individuals. Unless introduced as a doctor, individuals on the call are not doctors. So please consult with your own doctor, and better yet, do your own research to find out what works with your own body. And by now, we all know that all of our bodies are different. Something that works for me that I mention, oh yeah, I did this, it worked for me. Someone else may try it and it may not even work. So you have to be the guru of your own body. Find out what works for you, find out what doesn't work for you. And it's good to jot all that down, journal all of that, or just do a chart. You know, some people don't like to journal. Just write it down on a piece of paper. Okay, I did this, it doesn't work. I did this, it does work. And then share it with us because we want to know. Okay, so let me introduce our beautiful guest today. Her name is Mayen. Okay, Udoh? Okay, Udoh. All right. She's got a background of psychology, and she earned a Master's of Science degree in Applied Behavioral Analysis from the Chicago School of Professional Psychology in D.C. and worked as a behavioral therapist for 9 years. She started her wellness and mindfulness journey in 2015 as a means of self-care. She began teaching yoga in 2021, and the focus of her practice has now evolved into mindful movement and intentional wellness practices, which is right up Sunshine and Wellness's alley. That's exactly what we're doing and what we're trying to implement in our own bodies. So thank you, Mayen, for being on. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much for the introduction, Ms. Bergen. I would like to add on to that, just to share my story into total body wellness is what I like to call it. Total body wellness for me looks like a holistic practice of bringing balance in between spiritual, mental, physical, and all of that awareness into my body and in my daily practice. What got me started into doing yoga almost 10 years ago now, I was actually looking for practice or something that I could do as an adult that is like something that I can move my body, something that I'm able to be active and do, because I wasn't really fond of going to the gym. And some friends and I, as I lived in DC, we would just go to like free yoga classes all over the city. And I just started developing a liking of it, and I just appreciated the overall practice of it. So it was something that I began to incorporate with just what I would do on a daily basis. And during the pandemic, it really helped a lot with balancing my stress levels, just bringing overall groundedness into my life, because it was a stressful time. I was an essential worker, so I was at work with children, and it was challenging, but my practice helped significantly in keeping me grounded, keeping me sane, basically, because life was very, very crazy at the time. But engaging in my movement practice always helps me to come back to my body and come back to myself, as far as just having that awareness, having the movement, having the breathing that helps to restore me and bring me back to that awareness. I got into doing yoga because I said it was a means of self-care. I was just doing whatever, not necessarily working out, eating whatever, not being mindful of my water intake, just all over the place, basically. And once I started making it a point to incorporate, like, let's say I'm going to have a routine. This is going to be something I want to do daily. My daily routine started looking like, all right, I want to wake up. I don't want to get on my phone. I want to spend some time with God, pray, do my devotionals, do all these things that will help now build me up so I can start my day and get started into just a whole total body mindfulness and awareness overall. And one of the major things that I like to incorporate in, as far as like into a movement practice, that I started doing. One of the things that I like to always tell other people is that pair your movement practice with something that you have to do every day. So before bed or before I get into the shower, I say, okay, I'm going to do 10 squats, or I'm going to do a few stretches before I get into the shower, because I know that I'm definitely getting into the shower. So as I'm going to definitely do that, as the water's warming up or something, do some squats, lift my legs, twist my body, do something. And once you do that every day, you're building up a movement practice that you're not even aware of, but your body is thankful for, because you are incorporating intentional movement in your everyday. Because we, as people that are working, or some people that may not be working, we may be stagnant often for so many hours in a day, either sitting or standing or walking around, but these things aren't necessarily intentional movement. So once we get into that intentionality of it, things change. And once you become more intentional with your movement, it makes it more so for mindful movement. And that's why I kind of tokened with my business name, Mindful Movement with Mayen. Mindful movement for me looks like incorporating breath work and your movement together as you are doing your movement practices. So we are going to be breathing, we're going to be moving, we're going to be stretching, we're going to be doing all of these things in our practice as well. Another thing that I want everyone to be mindful as well is to drink water. Drink lots and lots and lots of water. I'm not sure if everybody's aware of the amount of water that we should drink every day, but the amount that, as far as women go, we have to, these types of bottles consume at least 5.5 bottles of water a day. And for men, I believe it's 7.5 of these bottles a day. So it's almost a gallon of water per day. And I know that can be challenging, but if you do get those jugs that have, like, you can do it, it has those different things that show markers of how much you are completing in a day, it's always, 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 always so good to incorporate drinking lots of water, being hydrated. And if you aren't too much of a fan of water, incorporate eating fruits. Fruits are a very strong diuretic that have a lot of water that can help stimulate your diet. Things as far as like watermelon, cantaloupe, other melons and things like that, pineapple, apples. These things are full of water and nutrients that we can consume if we're not the biggest water fans. Today, I definitely want you guys, if you don't already have your water with you, definitely grab some, because we're going to be doing some mindful movement and some breathing exercises throughout this session this morning. So another thing that I heard Ms. Baraban also mention, she was talking about detoxing. That's something that I also incorporated into my practice. I do a detox cleanse, parasite cleanse. I do that at the top of every year. It's an organic cleanse that I've found online, yes, but as she stated before, you would want to consult like your physician and everything like that before you get into any type of detoxes or cleanses or anything like that. Or you can incorporate fasting. We have intermittent fasting, which means that you start off the day. Either you wake up and you wait for a few hours before you eat and you break your fast with fruit or water or something like that. And intermittent fasting is that you are fasting for a few hours at a time, and then you have the time that you're eating, and then you go into that fast again. So those are a lot of different aspects that you can incorporate into your overall wellness and overall total body wellness practice that can help with everything that you are trying to achieve as you are journeying into your wellness. So now, another thing that I also want to say before we get into our movement, one of the major things that helped me during my movement practice is that I incorporated affirmations. Affirmations are positive words that we speak over ourselves, speak into ourselves. And I'm a follower of Christ, and I'm very much big on the Word of God. And I also like to bring that into my practice as well. So because there are just so many different things that are in this world that people are so open that they talk about, and I feel like it's very important that we're open to talk about our faith and the things that are helping us, that are keeping us grounded, that are keeping us elevated, that are keeping us in line and aligned with what we should be doing and what we are doing in our lives. So I will be sharing some affirmations with you guys, and we'll be doing some breath work, and we will also be doing a mindful movement demonstration that I would love for each of you guys to be involved in this morning. This will be a seated stretch. So from wherever you are, either you're seated in the chair, seated on the couch, wherever you are, I just want you to get comfortable, get into a comfortable seated position, and I will be guiding us through each and every step, giving you breathing cues, giving you different cues, telling you what will help with stretching out what in your body, tell you what you are stretching, and just follow along. If you want to actually do the movement, perfect. If you just want to sit back and enjoy it, that's also fine as well. I just want you to be mindful that this practice is your own. And as I'm doing it, some things may look a little different than what you're doing. I don't want you to strain your body. I want you to do what is comfortable for your body in the moment. And if you're feeling like something isn't as comfortable, please refrain from doing that. Before we go into our deep breathing, I want to share some release affirmations. It's something that I like to call surrender and release. I created the surrender space, which is just an overall thing that is what I do with my classes. I do a release affirmation. We surrender and release, and then we align and move in our bodies. We breathe and restore as we're aligning, and then we affirm and declare and affirm at the end of our session. So if you would like, you can repeat after me. This is something that I will also post in the group before we close out of everything. And if you want to hold on to it, you will be able to take a screenshot, or Ms. Barabin will make it available for everyone to have. Okay? So if you would like, as I stated before, you can repeat after me. I release fear. I release worry. I release self-doubt. I release the need to please others. I release taking things personally. I release making assumptions. I release negative thoughts. I release negative thoughts about money. I release negative thoughts and words about myself. I release a lack mindset. I release made-up scenarios in my mind. I release anger. I release annoyance. I release guilt. I release shame. I release resentment. I release unforgiveness. I release ego. I release pride. And I release the need to be in control. All right. Now, I'm going to introduce you guys to a breathing exercise. I'm sure that you guys have gone through the breathing portion of the wellness days that you guys are going through. And the breathing exercise that I'm going to introduce to you guys is a stress relieving breathing exercise. So what we're going to do, we're going to inhale through our nose for 4 seconds. We're going to hold it for 7 seconds, and then we're going to exhale out of our mouths for 8 seconds. I'll count us off, and I want you to do it at your own pace, but I'll also keep the count going. And we'll do this for maybe like 4 rounds, and then we'll go into our movement. So I want you to get to a comfortable seated position. You can sit back in your chairs, relaxing your shoulders back. You can close your eyes as you're doing this. And I want you to remember that we are inhaling through our nose for 4 seconds, holding it for 7 seconds, and exhaling for 8. Be mindful of what you're able to do. If you're not able to hold it for that long, don't feel obligated to do so. Okay? So let's begin. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make this the last round. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I hope that you guys feel some sort of relief in your body. This is a stress breathing exercise that you can incorporate in your daily practice. Deep breathing has helped me significantly as far as bringing my body back to myself, bringing my body back down from wherever high stakes that I'm feeling in a moment. And that breathing exercise in particular helps so much. So I want you guys to remember that it is a 4, 7, 8 breath. Inhaling through your nose for 4, holding for 7, exhaling for 8. All right. Now, we're going to get into our seated stretched. I hope that you guys can see me well. I want you to come towards the edge of your seat. I'm going to have something playing in the background for myself so that I'm able to keep time.
And if we have any brave souls, feel free to show yourselves.
All right. So you can come to the edge of your seat, relax your body, sit up straight. We're going to start off with some neck warm-ups. So we're going to take an inhale here at the top. Bring your chin to your chest, and your head to the left, back and around, taking it nice and easy here. I know it's morning time, and we just want to wake our body up a little bit more. As we are doing these movements, I'm going to continuously remind us to breathe as we are stretching. So continue to take the inhales through your nose, exhaling out your mouth, or exhaling out of your nose, whatever is comfortable for you. And on your exhale, I want you to send your head in the opposite direction. Go the other way. We'll take one more deep inhale here. And on your exhale, find some stillness, come back to the center. All right. Now I want you to take your right ear towards your right shoulder. Take that same right arm, reach it up and over. We're going to breathe into the left side of our neck here. If you have arms on your chairs, you can relax your arm on your opposite arm on the seat. Breathing into the left side of your neck here. Slow inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale, let's release. Bring that arm down. We're going to take our head in the opposite direction. So left ear to left shoulder. Left arm reaches up and over. Breathing into the right side of our neck here, allowing that right arm to be heavy. Breathe here, inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One last time, deep inhale. And on that exhale, release that hand, let it float down, let your head float upwards. You can shake your shoulders out here. All right. Now, we're going to do a side body stretch. So we're going to inhale our right arm upward, and we're going to take it over the left side. Breathing into that side body. You can take the left arm across your body for a deeper stretch into the side. You don't have to overstretch here. Just breathing into your side body. We're going to just warm up our bodies before we get into any deep twists or anything like that. So inhale here. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One last time, deep inhale. And on your exhale, I want you to bring your body upwards. And we're going to keep that arm up, and we're going to take it down slowly in a rounding motion. And we're going to take that arm around, just to get a range of motion in our arm. As I'm stating, we're warming up our bodies. So we're still breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. We'll take one more time around this direction. Inhale. And exhale. And now let's take our arm the opposite direction. Reverse that rotation. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale, find some stillness. All right, we're going to take it on the opposite side. Now, what we just did on that side, we're going to reach the left arm up. And we're going to reach over, breathing into that side. You can take that right arm across your body for a deeper stretch. You can take it down by your side or grab the side of your chair, whatever's comfortable for you. Breathing into that left side body. Deep inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Last time here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's float that arm back up. And we're going to take it forward. Taking that range of motion on our opposite arm here. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, taking that arm up and over. Exhaling it out. Inhaling here. And exhale. Take it one more time, go in this direction. Inhale. And exhale. Now take it the opposite direction. Reverse that rotation. Up and over. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And make this our last time. Inhale here. And exhale, find some stillness. You can shake out your arms here. I know you've now worked up probably a little warmth in your body. We're going to stretch out our arms here again. So I want you to take your right arm across your body. Put that left arm underneath. You can turn your gaze to the right. Breathing into that outer shoulder here. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One last time, inhale. Exhale, let's release. Shake it out. Take that right arm to the top of your back or wherever is comfortable for you here. We're going to stretch out our triceps here. Take that left arm to grab that elbow if you can, or grab wherever is most comfortable for your body. Inhaling here. And for that slight stretch, you can pull that arm over to feel that stretch in your right tricep here. Deep inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale, let's release. Take out your arms, release your body, shake it out. All right. Now let's take it on the opposite side. Left arm comes across your body, or right arm, whichever arm you're on. Put that other arm underneath. Send your gaze in the opposite direction. Looking over that shoulder, breathing into that outer shoulder here. Deep inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale, let's release. You can shake out that arm. You know, sometimes in some of these positions, your arms may fall asleep, your body may fall asleep, but shake it out as you need to. All right, we're gonna take that left hand up and over, take it to the top of your back, or whatever's comfortable for you. And I want you to grab that elbow with your opposite hand, okay? Breathing into that left tricep here. So let's take a deep inhale here. And for that stretch, you can lean your body over to that side. You'll feel a deeper stretch for that tricep. Here, deep inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Let's shake it out. All right. Speaking of shoulders, I'm going to do some shoulder stretches. Inhale. So I want us to inhale our shoulders up towards our ears. Exhale, bring them down slowly. Inhale them up. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. All right. Now, I'm going to kind of want to sit forward so that you guys can see what I'm going to do. We're going to do some torso circles here. So bring your hands down to your lap. Let me make sure you can see me. All right. We're going to take our body around in a circle, doing our torso circles here. So inhale, we're going to take our body to the right, go around. As you go back, round out your spine, taking your spine all the way around, and still continuing to breathe. Inhale, exhale. Pulling our chest forward, rounding our spine. Chest forward, and round and back. It's good to always incorporate a lot of movement in your spine, especially for those who sit at computers all day, or if you're doing a lot of sitting, or even if you're doing a lot of standing. It's really good to continue to have a good range of motion in your spine. All right, we're going to take one more circle going in this direction. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, I want you to find some stillness coming back to center, and we're going to take the circles in the opposite direction. So take your body the other way. And remember, as you're going backwards, round out that spine. Pull it up, pull your chest up and through. Bring your body all the way around. Continuing to breathe still, remember, slowly inhaling through your nose, exhaling out of your mouth or out of your nose, whatever's comfortable for you. We'll take one more deep inhale here. And on your exhale, let's find some stillness. Now we're going to do a seated cat-cow. I'm going to turn my body so that you're able to see how my body is moving in a cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, pull our chest up and out. And then on your exhale, round out your spine, tucking your chin. Okay, inhale, chest up and out. Exhale, rounding out your spine. Inhale, chest up and out. Exhale, rounding out your spine. One more time. Inhale, chest up and out. And exhale, round out the spine. A couple of more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, round it out. All right, let me turn my body back to it, you guys. Now let's get our hips incorporated into our stretch, okay? We hold a lot of stress and tension in our hips that we're not aware of. I'm gonna move my camera down. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cross our legs or whatever's comfortable for your body. We're gonna take our arm, so whatever leg that you took over the right, over the left, we're gonna take that right arm, bring that left arm underneath, and if you can, just bring your hands to here, or whatever's comfortable for you. We're doing a seated eagle. So inhale here. On your exhale, fold forward. Breathing into that right side outer hip. If you take that foot and wrap it around that other leg, you feel the stretch a little bit more. Deep inhale here. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, slowly rise, release. Release that leg. Gonna take it on the opposite side. Cross your left leg over the right. Take that right arm up, bring the left arm underneath. Whichever arm you did before. I think I just did it wrong. Left arm, right arm comes under. Okay? Inhale here at the top. Exhale, fold forward. Breathing into that stretch, deep inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale, we're gonna slowly rise. All right. Now, I want you to bring your left ankle towards your right knee. I think I need to lower my chair down. Yes. Hopefully you guys are in a chair that your feet can be flat on the floor and that your legs can be like in a figure 4 stretch. This is what my legs look like. Get into this position as comfortably as you can, okay? This will help breathe into your outer hips here. So we're gonna take an inhale here at the top. And on your exhale, I want you to fold forward as you can go, and you'll feel that stretch in your outer left hip here, or whatever side that your leg is on, okay? Deep inhale here. You can take your hands all the way down to the floor or rest it on your leg. Or if you want a deeper stretch, press that knee down. You'll feel that stretch a little bit deeper. So deep inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale, we're gonna slowly rise. Bring that leg down, shake it out as needed. Wiggle it as needed, okay? And we're gonna take it now on the opposite side. So take that right ankle to your left knee or whatever's comfortable for you. Take it slowly. You can bring it to your knee. You can bring it to wherever's comfortable for you, okay? For that stretch, if that fold was a little too intense, you can just bring your arms here, or you can just press that knee down. You'll still feel that stretch in your outer hip here, okay? So let's take that deep inhale here at the top. And on that exhale, you can fold forward. Breathing into that right side or left side outer hip, whichever leg you are on at the moment. Breathe here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. A few more times. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly rise. Release the leg. Shake it out as needed. Wiggling your legs here. All right. And we're going to continue in moving our legs here. I want you to try to pull your left or right knee, whatever is comfortable for you. Bring that foot up as close as you can. Hug it into your body. Hug your knee up towards your body. All right. As you're here, we're going to rotate that foot around. Just giving some range of motion for your ankle, rotating it in one direction, still breathing. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Send that foot in the opposite direction now. One last time. Inhale here. And exhale. Let's release the leg. Let's take it in the opposite direction now. Take the other leg up. Hug it into your body if you can. Rotate that foot around. And if you're not able to hold your knee into your chest, just pull your leg up. You can grab underneath your leg. And I just want you to send that ankle around in a circle. Whatever you can to elevate your foot off the ground and rotate your foot around. Inhaling here. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Send your foot the opposite direction. Go the other way. We'll take one last deep inhale here. And on that exhale, float that leg back down to the floor. Now, I'm going to, since I'm in a rolling chair, I'm going to actually put my chair against the wall because I want us to do some standing stretches. These are some things that we can incorporate if we're like in the office or at home, to help stretch out our shoulders. All right, so I'm going to stand. Let me adjust my camera so that you're able to see me. So this is my chair. So this would be you at your chair. So we're standing here. So if you want to stretch out your shoulders, you step your body backwards and bring your hands to the top of your chair and fold forward. As you're in your fold, you can have some bend in your knees here and release your head between your shoulders, breathing into your upper arms here. Let's take an inhale. Exhale. If you want a deeper stretch for your hamstrings, you can straighten out your knees here. You'll feel that stretch in your hamstrings as well. But we'll breathe into our upper shoulders right now. Deep inhale. Exhale. One last time. Deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly bring your body upwards. And we're going to drop our hands down to the seat of the chair. This is for an even deeper stretch. Sometimes it's always good to incorporate bringing your head over your heart so that you're just changing the blood flow in your body. Once we do a head over heart fold like this, it helps with cell regeneration. So as we're in our fold here, I want you to continue to breathe. I know sometimes these folds can feel a little taxing, but that's because we're not being mindful of our breath here. So let's breathe. Slow inhale and exhale. As you're here, you can still continue to bend your knees, or you can pedal your feet up and down as well. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. I want you to slowly rise. So slowly rising would be pulling your torso up first, then slowly pulling your head up. And now fully standing up. Okay? We're still going to use our chair in this moment. I want you to step that left foot forward. Find the bend in your knee here. You can use the top of your chair, or you can use the arms of your chair, whatever is comfortable for you. So we're going to breathe here. I want you to step that right foot back. We're kind of in a lunge. I don't think you guys can see what I'm doing, but my legs are like this. We're breathing here into the stretch. Deep inhale. Here we're stretching out our hamstrings. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale, we're going to switch it out. So step the other foot forward, step the other foot back, find the bend in your knee. And we're going to breathe. So we're stretching out our calves, our hamstrings, everything in this stretch. So deep inhale here. Exhale. Again, inhale. And if you're not able to use the stability of your chair, you can always do this on a wall as well. Inhale here. Exhale. One last time. Deep inhale. And exhale. We're going to step that foot forward, and we're going to come back to our... We're going to go through a couple of more stretches, and then we are going to wrap it up. Okay? So I'm going to walk us through a seated twist. So a seated twist looks like we're going to take our, whichever direction you're turning into. So I'm going to turn to the right. My right arm is going to come behind me at the back of my chair, and I'm going to take my left arm either to the bottom of my chair or to my knee, whatever's comfortable. And we're going to twist our body to the right. And we're going to breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. When you're doing different twists in your practice, it helps with digestion. Twisting our body helps, like, just making sure that our body is doing all the things that it needs to do to function, helps to move with overall movement, bowel movement, and our intestines, and it's really good to incorporate in your practice as well. So let's take one more deep inhale in our twist. And exhale, we're going to release, and we're going to take it the opposite direction. So take that left arm to the top of your chair or wherever's comfortable for you, but reach it behind you. Take the left arm across your body or to the bottom of the seat, and we're going to twist the opposite direction. As you're in your twist, I want you to be mindful of how your feet is. So straightening out that lower back. You can relax your shoulders here. You don't have to strain your body upwards too much. So let's take a deep inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take one more deep inhale here. And exhale. We're going to release and come back to center. All right. Take out your body. We've done a lot of movement this time, so we're going to go into a restful state. So now I want you guys to sit back in your seat, wrap your arms around yourselves, give yourself a squeeze. Take a deep inhale here. And on that exhale, let's relax. You can close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Just find some stillness here in this moment and just assess your body and see how you're feeling in it in this moment. So breathing, but slightly, we'll just find our stillness here. Now, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Just bring your body back into this moment. Just want to check in with everybody. How's everyone feeling? If you would like to come off of mute and say how you're feeling, that'll be great. If not, that's also fine.
I feel wonderful. You stretched every part of our body, from the head to the feet and to the toes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So before we close off, I want to do some declarations and affirmations with you guys. So this is something that I also incorporate in my surrender space practice. These are just some declaration and affirmations that I like to say. If you would like, you can repeat after me. I heal my body with intentional movement. I walk by faith and not by sight. I am the light of the world. I light up every room that I enter. I have a spirit of love, power, and self-discipline. Peace dwells within me. I am loved. Favor follows me. I am worthy. I am peaceful. I am abundant. I want to thank you guys for joining me into some mindful movement and our mindfulness practices now. I want to remind you that the light in me recognizes the light in each and every one of you. And we can bring our palms to prayer here now. I like to always close with just a statement that says, peace be with you all and always with you throughout the day. And we could say amen or namaste, whatever is comfortable for you. All right?
Namaste. That is beautiful. Thank you so much. I wanted to ask you about something. Then we're going to open up for questions and answers, of course. But I wanted to ask you one thing about when you say breathing into something. And I would hear this all the time whenever I used to exercise for decades, but I never looked into it. But whenever we stretch something or move something, I've heard people say breathe into that. What exactly does that mean? Or what does it do?
So when we're saying speaking to breathing into a certain part of your body, we do have the intention in our mind. Okay, if I'm stretching here, I can send the breath there. So when we speak that, it's something that we want to engage your mind to think, okay, if I'm reaching up and inhaling up, breathing into my side, that's where the breath will go into, because that's where we're intentionally sending that thought towards. So usually, like whenever you're doing some sort of like any sort of movement or stretching or exercise like that, it's always good to be mindful of your breath and your movement. So it helps with getting deeper into the stretch once you breathe into it, because your muscles are asking for air. You know, we get cramps and tightness in our muscles because we're not breathing into them as much as we're taking breaths daily, of course, because we're alive. But when you're exercising or moving, you know, they always tell you to pump your arms and breathe through your nose and your mouth, because you want to send the breath through your muscles as well, intentionally. So breathing into your arm, breathing into that hip, as you're feeling that stretch, you can get into a deeper stretch when you breathe more into it. So like if you're working on flexibility, let's say somebody's like working to try to do the splits or something like that. To get into that, to help with that stretching, you will be breathing into your hamstrings, your legs. And as the more that you bring the breath in, the more your muscles are able to expand and constrict and able to get into these stretches better or deeper.
Okay. There's a question in the chat. Is breathing into a thought, an action, or both?
Both. It's both. So with someone guiding, telling you, oh, we're going to breathe into, like, as I said, like we're breathing into our outer shoulder here. As I take my arm over here, I can feel my shoulder doing something, right? So as I'm here, I'm physically here, but I'm also inhaling and exhaling. Oh, I'm sorry, I hear myself echoing. Inhaling and exhaling into that arm so I can get that stretch, and I'm feeling the stretch in my deltoid muscle here.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. And one other thing I had noticed when we did the the movement where I had to put my shoulder back, I've been having issues with my shoulder, but it's getting better since I've been working out. But I really felt the pain there, like when I moved back.
Twisted?
Yes, and moved that arm back. Is there something that I could do to really engage that area?
So is it in your deep shoulder, or is it like?
It's like right here, like in the ball.
Right in this area.
Yeah.
So for me personally,
really feel it, like,
when you twist that way. Okay. So for me, I've also had like an issue with my shoulder with stretching. The stretch that not necessarily this one. There's a stretch that you can do that it's more so on the ground. It's like a thread the needle stretch. So like when you're, like, let's say if you were to get on a mat, you're going to have your arms out forward like this, but you're going to take that arm, whichever arm underneath, and kind of relax it. But you'll be on your stomach, if you understand what I'm saying. So that helped stretch that for me a lot. And then you'll switch sides and you'll do that. So that helps stretch it for me a lot. But also just continue to keep a good range of motion in that arm. I do understand that pain. It takes time to heal. I'm not even sure how I did. I probably slept wrong. I feel like I did. Slept wrong or laid on it and was on my phone, something crazy. But for some time I did feel that inside the socket feeling. So,
right. Exactly.
Yeah, it does take time to heal, but just try to keep it mobile, mobile as you can.
I sure will.
Mm-hmm. Would the sound bath help with that ringing in the ear by any chance?
I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that within the time that you're in it, it'll probably distract the sound, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it has any like health benefit of correcting that or getting rid of it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now, can you address yoga with helping with balance, like to prevent older people from falling and that type of thing? Or if somebody just feels a little weak, how can yoga help with that?
So with balance, I always speak to my parents about this. They are seniors. Just the overall mobility. Once you're doing a movement practice or a yoga practice and you're consistent in it, your muscles are getting stronger. We engage our core often as we're doing yoga. And when I'm talking about your core, not just your abs, I'm talking about your deep core. So your abs, your back, everything like that. So the more that you're engaging that area, you're building that stability around your spine, which helps with overall balance. For me, just doing this yoga practice, I feel the strongest that I've ever felt in my life. And that's just because I'm pulling my belly button into my spine, tightening up that core, and before you know it, your back is much stronger and you're able to have that stability, and it helps with overall mobility.
Yeah, I've noticed, like listening to different people exercising and that type of thing, a lot of importance goes to the breathing and the holding in the posture and different things like that. What would you say, like how you just said, how the belly button needs to be, hold your belly button in. Suppose somebody has the wrong posture, or they're not holding it in, or they're not breathing properly. Does it affect it a lot, the results that you get?
I feel like if you're putting in the effort, that it still is helping. So even if you are trying, you are still doing it. Because let's say, when I'm saying pulling your belly button into your spine, just like literally like holding your belly in. Sometimes I know that it sounds like, oh, I think I get it, and somebody may actually be doing something different, but I still feel like even if you are engaging those muscles or engaging your body in any way, you're still engaging it. As you're engaging and you're still breathing, you're still building it, even if it's not like, oh, this is the perfect way to do it, or am I doing the right way or the wrong way? So I think with every effort that you put in, you're still able to receive a benefit from it.
Wonderful. And I would like to piggyback on that a little bit, thinking about the times when I've exercised and how in the beginning I'm constantly concentrating on how I'm doing it and this and that, so I'm not engaging in those things. But as time went on, how those things start incorporating in my workout. Once I get more comfortable with one thing, now I could breathe like they're saying, or I could, so yeah, it's a matter of time. So it's something to not get discouraged about, like if you're doing it and it's like you're not doing it completely right, just continue.
Yeah, and the major thing that I always like to remind people as they're doing a movement practice, it's your body. It's your body, your own personal practice. And you can't beat yourself up thinking like, oh my God, am I doing this? Am I doing that? If you are doing any type of movement, that is the biggest step. Like taking that first step, taking that first move, even if as I'm bringing my arm across here, you just went like this, you did something. And that's the most important thing. And that's what I always try to tell my parents. I'm like, we got to do something, guys. Like, move. We have to go outside. Let's walk. Let's do something. And every effort that you put in, if you do it consistently, it'll build, and you will see the benefit of it.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. I remember when I was younger and I used to really work out, I used to do, I wanted to do pull-ups.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw people doing it, and I was like, oh, I really want to do that. So I did it, and I just did half of a pull-up. And I'm like, oh, that was horrible. But each day I would do that half, and next thing you know, I was doing 10. within, I guess it was maybe 2 weeks. So the consistency.
That's amazing. Pull-ups are not easy.
They're not. I'm determined because I would see people do those pull-ups, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah,
so,
that's it. And that takes a lot of engaging of the core. So, yes.
So I haven't done that in a while, but maybe I'll try it again after my shoulder gets better.
Yes, definitely wait till you heal that shoulder.
Yes, okay, so this question was asked a while back, and we hadn't addressed it in a while. Now, back in the day, I was under the impression, and others were as well, that yoga was demonic.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've kind of evolved, but in case some people that are still feeling like it's a demonic thing and it's not good and we need to turn away from yoga, can you explain the spiritual aspect of yoga?
So for me personally, I definitely had that experience of like conviction. When you think about yoga in the Eastern practices, yes, they are like, I'm not saying demonic, but they do the practice towards deities and different things like that when they're speaking about it. Like the poses have different names, and the things that you're saying is, I feel like, is what the divination comes in when you're speaking it into as you're doing the practice. So for me, I feel like some people came in my life and said like the same thing, and I'm like, I had to have my own come to Jesus moment, like, God, is this like, I feel like me stretching and breathing and then also giving this to other people, I don't feel like I'm doing a disservice. I don't feel like I'm doing something wrong. So I prayed about it. And that's what made me evolve my practice into the surrender space. So and calling it more so mindful movement than yoga. Just shifting the lens of the language of it, because at the end of the day, I feel like when it comes to worship or praise or anything, it's in the things that you say. It's in the things that you constantly repeat or you do, and all of those different factors that that are basically praise, divination, and all of the different factors. So for me personally, I shifted. I never really got deep into like saying, oh, this is called the Shavasana, or all the different names that come with the Eastern practice and the different poses and everything like that. So in the Western world, a lot of the things are westernized, and they're far away from the Eastern practice of divination, but a lot of people are still very wary about practicing yoga and just doing it on the regular basis. People are very, very wary about that. But for me personally, I see it as mindful movement. I see it as breathing and stretching, and then also just speaking life into your body, because we are living and breathing and living beings. And it's important. These are things that we have to do. And stretching is so, so, so important in every aspect of moving. So if you're exercising, you have to stretch. After you finish exercising, you have to stretch. Like, my personal conviction came in just me just redoing how I do my practice, and then also incorporating God and my spirituality into what I do and how I share it with others.
I love that. Yeah, I agree completely. I feel like something as simple as praying, I mean, you can pray, and it just depends on who you're praying to.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the same with yoga or any other practice that we do. It's where, like you said, where is your intention going? Where are your thoughts going? Where's your worship going? So, yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yes, ma'am.
And let me ask you this. So what advice would you have for those who struggle to, with motivation to stay active? Like how would you get them going? Like if somebody's just has a sedimentary lifestyle and they're just not doing anything and they need to move, how would you suggest getting that going or motivating that person?
The best thing that I can say is just there are things that you're going to have to do in your day. So whether you're, yes, get an accountability partner, that's very good, yes, but you got to go brush your teeth. All right, you can't sit down and brush your teeth. You got to stand at the sink. When you're at that sink, move your knees, bend your body, bring your movement practice into a habit that you have to do. So I have to get in the shower. All right, I'm about to go get in the shower. I'm waiting for the water to warm up. Let me do something. Like literally incorporate that and think about doing it as you are doing your regular everyday things. That's something that helped me build consistency. Motivation, your body will tell you. You don't ever want your body to be like screaming at you that I need to move. And screaming meaning like, I feel that pain in my shoulder. Oh, I feel the pain in my hip because I haven't done anything. So you don't want your body to scream at you, but you always have to remember that your body is craving movement. It's craving something. And for those people that don't care about like exercising or stretching, turn some music on. Turn on your favorite songs and get up and dance and move. I'm a big advocate of dancing. I love dancing. Dancing is a very therapeutic thing for me. So shake your body, move it, and before you know it, you've done 5 minutes of movement in a day. And do it every day. Do it as much as possible or build it into your schedule. We are schedule-oriented people. So, I did give you guys the link to my YouTube. When you wake up in the morning, do that quick stretch. It's literally 2 or 3 minutes. Do that quick stretch. Or even if you're going to bed, you can still do the same stretch. When you're seated and you're feeling your body telling you like, my shoulders or this, literally intentionally push back from what you're doing. Take those deep breaths. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax your body, close your eyes in the moment and just do a full assessment from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Like, all right, I'm feeling tension here. Do some sort of stretch that you need to do, breathe into that, and go from there. The more that you're bringing awareness to your body by breathing and moving, your body will start telling you more like, hey, I need this, and you'll build that awareness and you'll be able to incorporate it as a lifestyle change.
I love that. Just the thought of, okay, you're brushing your teeth and you're moving, you turn on the shower. It's so simple and so important. It makes such a difference. And the breathing, I've noticed since we've done our breath work, beginning of our 120 days, it has made such a difference in my life and others that have also mentioned it. So I thank you for incorporating that in our movement today. So thank you so much, Mayen.
Thank you guys for having me this morning, and I hope that you got everything that you needed. If you want to reach out to me, feel free. Message me on all platforms. I'm open to receive, and I'm here to serve.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And like I said, we'll have all of Mayen's information on our GroupMe. So if you don't have GroupMe, then let me know and I'll get that to you. Those of you that are interested in the 120 days, just reach out to me and you can be added. And you'll get a GroupMe link, and it'll show all the days from day one to, and basically what it is, it's like we mentioned, it's having the habit, it's adding one habit on. It's not like, oh, I've got to give up all. No, you don't have to give up anything. If you eat trash on a regular basis, you keep eating your trash. It's okay. But all we'd ask you to do is add on one new thing each week. And if you start now, you can go on back to week 1, or you can, go through it quicker. But it's like the breathing, then you do the water, and you're being educated the whole time about why is it important. Because sometimes when we do a lifestyle change, you just have to hurry up and learn everything at one time, and you don't really get it. So that's why we did it slowly, 1 week at a time. So that way you can learn all the things about that habit and why it's important and how to incorporate it in your life. So this week we are on movement, and thank goodness Mayen showed us some moves, so you could look at her website, or you could look at this recording. We talked about Tai Chi and Qigong. So there are different things you can do. Do what works for you. If you don't like doing yoga, that's okay. There's something out there that you can do that will help you move. And I like how Mayen said dancing. Dancing is so cool. I had a video on, because I was going to go to a gym, but I decided, no, I don't want to waste any money at a gym. So what I do is in the morning, I'll play different videos that I feel like doing. There's a whole bunch of YouTube videos that you can do. And someone was, she was doing her workout, and I just put some music on that I liked, and I was just dancing while she was, doing whatever. And I was just enjoying myself. So you don't have to go directly with whatever the person's doing. You can just turn the thing on and do your own thing if you want. Just move. That is the key, just to move. Next week, we are having a juice. I found a juice lady. Darren hasn't been available, so I found someone that does some juicing, and it's thanks to Amanda. Amanda she told me about honeybees. And Letitia will be on next week, and we will be on site at Palm Center Farmers Market. Well, have a beautiful Saturday, and whatever you do, make sure you do something you love and love somebody in your life. Thank you, everybody. Peace and love.